minds are not equipped to handle life. We are part of a much larger mechanism. We're not just our physical thinking mind with its five senses. That's just a little bit of it. When we try to handle life through the mind, we end up in situations that are less than absolutely blissful and satisfying. That's why you see a lot of people in the world living lives that are not completely satisfying. We have been led to believe that our logical, rational mind is the king of the human functioning, but actually it's very limited. The reason why is because the non-physical part of ourselves, it's supposed to be working with us every day, at every step of the way. Our human mind has a very specific lane, and you will know that by understanding how things make you feel. Have you noticed that whenever you have a desire, a new idea, you're so energized by it, you're so excited about it, but then you tell somebody, and then the first thing they say is like, well, but how are you going to make it happen? And even when you start thinking, okay, well, how am I going to make it happen? That's when the unknown comes in, and we become anxious, and then we try to control things, but then things don't really like exactly work out, or if they work out is like not really the outcome that we wanted or not that satisfying. That's because we have been taught to only use the part of ourselves that we can see. Right now in humanity, there is a big movement of remembering where we're coming from, who are we really? What are we part of? We are like a tiny cell from our bodies. Our bodies have all these cells who are advocating for themselves and doing things for themselves, but they're a larger part of something else that is feeding them and giving them all the resources that they need to work for the greater organism. When those cells start to advocate for themselves and only do for themselves and overdo for themselves, that's when it becomes cancerous. That's what's happened to our society. Just the fact that we are, as a society, extracting so much and are fighting with each other, dominating, and all this dysfunction, it comes from trying to live life at the level of the limited ego mind. A simple way to know whether we are linking up to the greater organism or not is to realize what is the mind capable of doing. The mind is capable of being present, enjoying things, doing logistical tasks, but is not really capable of understanding how something is going to happen, when it's going to happen, who's going to make it happen. These are unknowns that are the universe, the non-physical aspects of ourselves that can see. They can see all circumstances and how everything is going to happen. When we start to focus on the unknown and try to figure that out, we start to get anxious. And that anxiety is what tells us that we are not actually keeping in our lane of existence. Our lane of existence is something more like, what do I want to do? That's clear. This is exciting. And why do I want to do it? How, when, who's going to do it? That's not what I need to do. And in the moment that we relax ourselves and keep our minds quiet, or think about things that are exciting and lift up our whole frequency and vibration and trust, that's when we get linked up to the bigger part of ourselves. And then we start to get consistent guidance that is going to make our lives just be more precise, more satisfying, more joyful, and a lot easier. I hope this is clear for the people out there who are starting to play with these kinds of things. I'll see you next time.